Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the first podcast of my channel. And thank you very much for all your support and motivating me to uh, start this channel, do all the stupid things what I'm doing on this. So this podcast will be released on YouTube and on Spotify. So if you don't want to see my face, you can just listen to the podcast on Spotify. The link will be in the description. Since this is the first podcast, I will only talk about my personal experiences, my tricks and hacks of how I deal with things of a particular topic or genre. But in future, we will get a lot of guests, expert in particular areas, and they will give their opinion. They will talk about how things work, and we will see the world from their eyes. So let's start with today's topic. As all the YouTube audience can see, today's topic is going to be fitness or healthy lifestyle. Yes. Now, the reason I chose this topic is because this has changed my life from last 4 5 months. Uh, if someone follows me on Instagram and on YouTube and who has come to my shows recently, they might know that I have been focused, telling people that I am working out, I am eating healthy, this, that, and that, basically showing off. So, so I thought, why not just talk about this topic, which has been a part of my life, a new part of my life, uh, from last 4 to 5 months. And the first question what people ask me is, why did you start working out again, and why did you start choosing this lifestyle? What is your target? Because at the end, every one of us have certain target in life, a goal to be achieved, a small goal or a big goal, doesn't really matters. You have started a goal. Now the reason this happened was just a self-realization thing. In one of my Since it was a lockdown, I was living a very unhealthy life, just sitting at one place and doing almost nothing. I still don't do a lot of hard work, but I try to. And I realized this when I went to a wedding on June 10th. It was my it was a wedding of one of my cousins. So there I saw the pictures and I looked at myself, and all of my cousins, other cousins, were helping out in the were helping out in whole thing. They were lifting things up, and I realized that I cannot do anything what these guys are doing because I am way too unhealthy to even walk or to walk certain steps, or to you know uh, be with uh, lift something heavy. Even even the time has changed, and I was only 26. I was only 26, and I thought, oh, this is a very concerning thing for me right now, that I am young, but I am not behaving like a young person. Unfortunately, that fortunately or unfortunately, that stroke that stuck in my mind for 1 or 2 months, and my focus was, okay, I have to get smaller now. uh, I was focusing on getting fit, but basically I was looking ugly. I was not healthy. I was feeling unhealthy. It was it was that moment where I felt ki this is not a good situation, physically and mentally, where I am right now. Uh, I felt very bad for myself. I realized that I have no physical strength what I used to have when I was a 20 21 year old person. And it has not been a long time. I'm 26 right now, so it has just been 4 years, and I have seen my life disastrously changing. And the second shock what I got, or the second hit what I second strike move for my my move, and the second strike for my move to the healthy life was one of my seniors and colleague, he was not much older to me. I heard a news that uh, we lost him due to his bad health, due to high cholesterol and other things. And then I heard of one more friend whom I lost again for the same reason. And both of them were 26, 26 or 27 back then. They were 1 year elder to me. And I realized, oh, this is going to be me if I don't start to be healthy again. This and that scared me the most. It was basically like I am trying to kill myself with not having a good lifestyle. That scared me the most, and that's the reason in August I started working out, and I realized that okay, I have to go to gym, I have to start working out, I have to start eating healthy. And when it comes to eat, so we'll talk about the diet also. Uh, when I started going to the gym, I realized that I was very weak. Uh, I used to only have strength. I When I started going to the gym in August, I realized that I had no strength in my body, in my arms, or anywhere because I was unable to lift because I was unable to lift 5 kgs dumbbell or 7.5 kgs dumbbell. It was just very disastrous. It was just basically I was stick with 3 kgs, 4 kgs, and 5 kgs was my maximum thing, which was very scary because 5 kgs is a normal, very small weight. And for a 26-year-old person, 5 kgs is a really a good weight. And I realized that I don't know how to work out right now. I don't have any idea how should I work out. But this, uh, but there was also a hurdle, and that was my laziness coming in between my workout timings. So it was basically I used to go on Mondays, and it was basically like, oh, अरे let's go tomorrow. Morning workouts के time पे my thought was, oh, go, let's go in the evening. Evening, अच्छा evening है गया, अब शाम पे काम है, ये है, वो है. Let's go in the morning. So this thing actually disrupt my this behavior was playing negative even when I was trying to work out for 1 or 3 or 4 days in a week. It was basically I was not regular. I didn't have physical activity. My diet was awful, and I was just trying to be a zero candidate in the whole system. And I was just thinking how I'm gonna do this. Glad I took a decision of going with a personal training going with a personal training process because when wanted, and this was suggested by Saklin, my brother, my younger brother said, why don't you try personal training for a month so that you will actually, someone will be behind you, someone will be actually training you what wrong is going on, and that might help you grow. I took his suggestion and I was working at Oxygen Fitness in Navnagar, Hubballi. So if anyone is listening from Hubballi and they are from Navnagar, and Rahul, uh, my trainer at Oxygen Fitness, is one of the finest trainers I have met. I have never seen anyone who trains is bad. No, don't worry. You choose any gym. Uh, the trainer will give you 100%. But if you're in Navnagar, my personal suggestion would be to go to Rahul. He not only trains you physically, he also trains and motivates and prepares you mentally for what you're going to achieve and what goal you're going to set. So I still remember the day I called Rahul, and Rahul's first reaction was, Rahul, my trainer's first reaction was, bro, होगा ये क्या तेरे से? Because he's my junior in college, so he didn't want to scold me like he scolds other people. I'm elder to him, and he is a very good friend, so he didn't want to have that. He didn't want to scold me about while training me. He asked me very humbly कि होगा तो ठीक है वरना take a slow process. I said no. मुझे करना है. It doesn't really matters what what is gonna happen, but I need to do this. And so yeah, so as soon as I started working with Rahul started training me. I Not in the initial 1 or 2 days. It showed there was all again the same thing that I was not able to pick weights. But since I had been working since last 1 month, I was actually able to understand what Rahul wanted me to do. I was able to understand which body I should impact myself, how technique, the form of technique is very important when you're working out, what technique to use and other things. Uh, it was not, now this had an achievement. Now there was an achievement for me in 2 weeks where I rapidly lost 5 to 6 and a half kgs in 2 weeks, which was very surprising to me because I have worked for 1 month or 2 months, but I have never lost this much of weight. And I thought that I have might be doing something wrong. And yeah, on the other hand, let's before going ahead, on the other hand, my diet was very strict. I had a huge protein content diet and a low carb and low calorie diet, low fat diet. It was purely fiber, low carbohydrates, calorie deficient, and high protein diet. So that helped me out losing my fat and losing my fat very soon. It was a good protein diet. It was a fiber diet. It was a protein diet. Not. It was not. Carbs were very low in the whole thing. And at a point, I suddenly lost 6.5 kg in 2 weeks, which was a surprise to me. And I was very happy with this progress that in 2 weeks I lost such a huge amount of weight. But here comes the catch. But here comes the catch. 1 week again, I was again losing weight from 80 to I have come to 74, 73 and a half, 74. And I decided, oh, I have lost so much of weight. Let's do a cheat day. Let's do a cheat day, which was the biggest mistake of my whole fitness journey. I literally went out and I went out with friends and this was not that I ate everything. It was just I had some dosa and some pav bhaji. That's it. It was not I didn't have a full dosa also. I had one quarter of a Mysore masala dosa and one pav and bhaji. The next day, I come into gym. I stand on the weighing machine and I see I have gained 4 kgs again. So coming from 80 to 74 and now 78 again, which was basically a experience ki what the hell happened. That day I couldn't work out. My trainer was like, just sit and think what you actually want to do. Do you actually want to work out? Do you actually want to lose your weight or not? And I had only 2 weeks that I wanted to lose this much of weight in my personal training period. So I decided I literally I was about I felt like I lost, and my whole I won a battle, but I lost the war. It was that kind of a situation. और जब भी ऐसा लगता है ना कि आपने इतना कर लिया, बट एक छोटी गलती की वजह से आपकी पूरी मेहनत पे कोई कोई तुम खुद ही हक देते हो, तो इतना बुरा लगता है कि यार मेरी खुद की जो खुद के मैंने खुद मेरी मेहनत पे हक है. You know, when someone else is the reason of your failure, you move on with it. You overcome that. But when you realize that you yourself are the reason for your own failure, you feel like a shit. You feel like I am the stupidest person of the world and I shouldn't have done this. That day, that moment, that evening when I didn't work out, I thought about how I lost these things. I realized one thing, and that is fitness is never, it's not a journey. It's never a journey because every journey has a destination. And fitness is not a journey, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle you adapt, you live a healthy life. You don't want to get onto a certain point. People who want to get onto a certain point, I think they will never reach there, or they will never, because that's just their goal. And this is a dis, very, and this is a very bad habit or an bad, this is a very bad pers- and this is a very bad characteristics about human being. We give up just before our finishing line. Yeah, it's basically that we slow down before our finishing line. It's never, we don't slow down after finishing it. We just slow down just before so that we can go easy. But I don't think so. This is not what how life works. I guess that moment made me realize that, oh, there is no finish line for being fit. There is not going to be a finish line. It's not a journey. It's not a race, not a sprint, not a marathon, nothing of sort. Fitness is going to be a lifestyle I have to adapt. I have to start eating healthy for the rest of my life. I have to start working out for the rest of my life. I have to start living healthy for the rest of my life. Now, these three are very important and very different from each other. You know, eating healthy, everyone knows that, oh, I have to eat the right thing, right quantity, right time. This sums up everything. If you are saying that I'm just having oats for my breakfast, but your breakfast is at 12 in the afternoon, doesn't make sense. That should be your lunch timing, not your breakfast timing. And I, I will tell you one story about this friend I had, and he asked me when he asked me when I also want to get healthy recently, and he asked me, I also want to get healthy. I also want to eat healthy. What do you recommend to me? So we were staying in Pune, and at that time I was also very much into health. But due, so when I was a teenager, and that time teenager I was very much into health, and this friend of Pune this friend of mine from Pune asked me, I also want to go healthy and stuff. And I told him, okay, why don't you go for mul don't eat chapati because I am definitely sure हर किसी की माँ पराठे और चपाती में घी तेल दबा के डालते हैं ताकि हम लोग हेल्दी रहे, which is a ghee and oil are healthy if you eat it in the right quantity. If we'll talk about what we are talking about right now. So he asked me what should I have? What alternative should I have for the chapati? So I said, why don't you go for wheat bread? Because it has the uh, same amount of same amount of calories, same amount of fiber content what a regular chapati has, but it has lesser fat. He said, okay, I will go ahead with the wheat bread. Next day he meets me and he tells me that, oh, yesterday I ate wheat bread and it was great. And I was like, well done, man. Now how? So my next question was, how much did you eat? He said 1 pound. So I expected him to eat 3 or 4 slices, but he ate 1 whole pound of wheat bread, which doesn't really gonna give you your energy or anything. Literally, it's gonna happen that you will feel you will feel you're not doing anything good to your body. If you say, oh, I am going to eat only fruits, but you're gonna eat a huge number of fruits at one sitting, again you are consuming over calories. Fruits also has calories. Apple has a calorie. There is no food in this world which doesn't have calories. It's about controlling your calories and eating other minerals and other components with the calories. So if you just say, oh, I'm going to have 1 kg of apples just for myself in my breakfast, that's not going to work as a healthy lifestyle. Quantity matters a lot. You're going to have oats. I'm going to have one full big bowl of oats. Not going to happen. It has to be a small bowl of oats, 50 grams of oats for your breakfast. Your quantity matters. Your quantity matters a lot. You know, forget about the wrong things you are eating outside. Let's not even talk about that. Now, when I started thinking that, oh, fitness is a lifestyle, there is one more thing. I started working right. I had a good schedule for myself. I used to go on time and give time to myself. And today also, it feels like if I'm not going to gym today, it feels like there was an incomplete day if I didn't work out. Especially I was out of town. I couldn't go to the gym, but I did push-ups, I did planks, I did crunches at my home next to the space where I was sleeping. And that that moment that also felt me ki, okay, I have done enough for not the best of me, but enough for what I have to do for a day. I burnt enough amount of calories. When I go to Belgaum, when I visit my uncle and grandfather, and there I completely eat right, uh, at the right time, at the right. I eat right things. I don't overeat. Since I'm at my nanny house or uncle house, I don't overeat all the things. I eat it right quantity. I eat the right things. I eat it at the right time, and I give time to myself. A half an hour or 45 minutes or 1 hour doing push-ups, doing burpees, doing crunches, or going for a long walk. I have friends there who we three used to just walk. We just walked for 2, 3 kilometers, just talking, and that's more easy when you have two friends and you are enjoying your walk with them. You're burning your calories. You're getting more steps, and that's an enjoyment also. So these things also matters. I never felt recent, and this happened recently. And when I started going into my healthy lifestyle, I never try to miss anything. Even if I miss anything, I try to substitute it or take an alternative of home workouts, doing workouts at home, push-ups, crunches, burpees, dips, all those things. Now, This is a situation in my life where I have, if I don't go to gym, my whole day feels incomplete. So this has been my journey. I have uh, people who are following me on Instagram and Facebook. They might have seen that I have been posting some videos. Uh, Recently, I tried to deadlift 100 kgs with the support of a trainer. I have gone on 150 kgs for my leg press. I've gone on 75. I've gone on 95 kgs for my squats, weighted squats. So all these achievements now feel so rewarding. Yeah, I don't say that I am at an Mr. Olympiad level or the strongest man alive, but coming from a place where I was unable to pick 5 kgs properly to lift, coming from a place where I was unable to lift 5 kgs to lifting 100 kgs or 25 or 30 kgs for my bicep curls is a huge achievement right now. And that feels rewarding personally. And that's the great feeling. Altogether, you will always feel ki, oh, there is something missing in my life. No, don't worry about it. Uh, ki, Altogether speaking, it is going to be a lifestyle. It is not, this is an experience you're going to share as a lifestyle to your younger ones, to anyone who asks you suggestion, and a lot of people, and everyone. Now, just giving you a glance about how life has changed post my healthy life and present healthy life is not only my life has changed, my home environment has changed, where uh, everything sets to be on time, the breakfast, the lunch. Because of me, my parents are trying to eat more healthy because they want to have the similar food what I am having. Though my parents don't do heavy workouts, they just walk around, they do home household work. My father does walks and power walks and other things. इतना सब कुछ करने के बाद the lifestyle has changed so much and it feels so positive physically. We might not be the healthiest family around, but we are one of the strongest family to survive a lot of things. And in the current situation where you need a lot of immunity, where you need a lot of mental health to stay strong, uh, my family has survived with it very well. My brother started working out. My brother started working out with us, and now I could see his interest building up into getting into a healthy lifestyle. He's not yet into where I am right now. He is still trying to cope up with his diet and his workout and his other routines, but he is trying to get a hang of it, and he's getting a hang of it, and he's enjoying the workout right now. He's enjoying to work out for the whole house. When it comes to the food, one good thing what I have is right now everything junky. For example, not junk food, bad food, never touching. But if I'm having a sweet, if I'm having an ice cream, if I'm having a cookie, chocolate chip cookie, any type of thing, which apparently are which apparently are in the list of my cheat day diets. My cheat day diets and my cheat day foods are reward for me now. I don't crave for them. I am basically like, oh, I am satisfied and full with my simple meal what I have. Dal, chawal, roti is more than enough for me. All Dal roti is also more than enough for me. Dal roti and sabzi is more than enough for me. I don't need special food or the change what I see in my diet my diet has become very simple. It's not complicated. It's not you know, eggs sunny side up, or with the pepper, with this sauce. And all. My diet has become so simple. It's basic sabzi with less oil, chapati and dal. I don't need, I don't crave for anything that's unhealthy right now. And that feels really good that you don't crave for anything. Now, moving on, before I wind up, I would give you three suggestions for the workout and how to for the three hacks or tricks what I followed. First things first, make it your lifestyle. Don't think that you are going to achieve something and leave it. No, workout is going to be a lifestyle. It is going to be a lifelong process. If you are starting at an age of 17 or 18 or 19 and or you are 60 right now, doesn't really matters. You will continue it as for the rest of your life, and it is going to be a lifestyle. Go on the healthier lifestyle. The trick or hack number two is for the diet. Instead of counting your calories, talk to your gut or talk to yourself. Just look at the food, ask it, should I have this? Should I not have this? Your body, your brain tells you the right thing. Always listen to yourself. If there is 1% doubt, even 1% doubt that, oh, don't have this, don't have it. Leave it. It doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal if you don't have a cupcake or anything what you're holding right now in your hand. Just ask your brain, should I have this? And the third thing, and the most important thing, is don't have a regret. Don't have a regret that if you're doing a mistake while working out, if you're doing a mistake while working out and someone tells you, don't regret that you have done it wrong. Just think that you have learned something new. If you had a cheat day, you ate few things which you should not, don't feel regretted that you have eaten it. Don't feel guilty you have eaten it, but think that what I have eaten, I have to burn it right now or as soon as possible. Okay? It's very difficult for the people who start initially. I have been there, uh, felt really bad about myself that I'm doing this. I cannot, felt that giving up. But when you reach at a point where it's at it's so being a marketing student and product line student, it's first the introduction, then the growth, then the maturity, where the peak of your fitness line goes. If you when you go reach at that maturity level, it goes stably straight. It's just straight. So go ahead. The one more trick which I will tell you to do is flaunt your efforts. Show people that will encourage you to do more. People will criticize you, but that will encourage you to do more. Today we have social media. Put your photos on social media of your working out. People will appreciate you. Some people will criticize you. That will give you more motivation to work out harder, put more videos, work out harder, and reach a lifestyle where everyone just appreciates you and there is no criticism. I am still at the point where people criticize me and they give me a feedback, but I accept it with a smile and tell them that thank you very much. I will keep trying and doing better and do better, better, better. So don't worry if someone is criticizing you about your workout, your diet, or anything. Accept it with a smile. Don't have an issue. Okay. So accept it with your smile. Don't question. Don't feel ki, oh, flaunt it, dude. If you have it, flaunt it. If you don't have it, still flaunt it. You will get it there one day. Don't worry about it. So मैं तो अभी हर बात पे बाइसेप्स ऐसे करके चल रहा हूँ. मैं तो हर बात पे ऐसे भी चल रहा हूँ. मेरे कैमरे में दिख नहीं रहा है वेबकैम में, लेकिन है है अच्छे हैं, अच्छे हैं. बाद में फोटो डालूंगा. So thank you everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to the podcast. Hopefully you have learned something. You have enjoyed the podcast. I will try to put more podcast about my work, about how things are going on and what we are working, and we will also talk to certain experts. The next episode we will be talking about. I so if you want to make if you want to follow my podcast, please subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon so that जब भी नया podcast आए आपको notification मिले. Like the podcast if you have liked and if you have learned something today. If you didn't like the podcast, dislike button दबा दो. Comment down below कि अगर मुझे मेरे कोई भी चीजें तुमको गलत लगी हो. If you want to add anything, if you want to share anything about stuff, if you want to talk to me, you can DM me on Stupidly Smart. Handle will be somewhere here. Uh, this will be also on Spotify. My uh, my Instagram handle is stupidly for my Instagram handle is stupidly smart. You can follow me there. You can DM me about your questions and queries about anything. Next time we will talk about gym related. Next time we will talk about. Uh, so if I have missed out any topic, I think I have missed out. I have missed out a lot of topics. I have not got deep into a lot of things because I am just. I just want. This is the first episode, and I just wanted to share my. I have not got deep into a lot of things because this was the first episode, and I just wanted to share my experience. So if you have any questions about anything, please ask me. We will make another podcast. Tell us what next podcast you want about it. It can be about workout. It can be about diet. It can be about career. It can be about knowledge. It can be about lifestyle. It can be about anything. Now, if I have missed anything, please let me know. You can comment down below with whatever answers or queries you have. Uh, and if you want to get connect to me, please connect me on social media, Stupidly Smart and Conan Pasha Facebook. So thank you everyone for giving me my. So thank you everyone. So thank you everyone for all your time. See you again in the next podcast. Goodbye.